remember where Sandy really supported me as a big sister, really important.
All the time.
When I was about 8 or 9 years old, I really wanted to be a hairdresser, Karen. Guess who was my model? She would put up with me putting pink curls and rollers and all that stuff in her hair. That was back in the early 60s, and that's what we did, and she was quite willing to be the victim then. And there was also one other occasion that's pretty infamous in our childhood, and that's when I decided I was a really hard done-by big sister and decided to run away from home.
I've told most of you about this.
Most of you know the story already. We were living in New York at the time, and I had my suitcase in the closet packed with my tin soup and whatever I needed to survive, and I said to Sandy that life was too awful and rough here in New York living at home with Mom and Dad and Dave, and we ought to run away. I was hell-bent on running away, and so Sandy said sure she'd come along, because Sandy, being a good little sister,
I felt bad for her.
She would do whatever big sister said, whether it made any sense or not. So off we went. It was in the winter time with our pillowcase with our tins of soup. We got as far as the Woolworth's lunch counter at 125th Street in Harlem.
Two little kids in
a black neighborhood. In a black neighborhood in Harlem. So we did what any other two kids would do at the Woolworth's lunch counter. We ordered lemonade. And then we thought it might be a good idea to go home. Yeah, I did. We weren't gone very long. I don't think Mom even noticed we'd run away from home.
They wouldn't have known, except I think.
And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to run away from home. I was always getting in trouble.
So did you think before you went or after you went?
So, other than being the pesky little sister that I was always trying to get rid of, I'm not too sure when things changed, and my little sister actually became my best friend. And obviously, I grew up, and Sandy must have too, but she was always there for me, whether it was dinner parties, and she was Maria, always willing to lend a hand, and I still don't know, to this day, a family dinner without Sandy is not a family dinner without Sandy there to be with me. And Auntie Sandy has done so much for me and the kids. She was always there, whether it was babysitting or just having them over for a sleepover just for fun, not because she was asked to babysit. She gardened with me. She did everything. She did everything with me. She did everything for me. She did jogging. Oh my gosh, she put up with jogging with me. She did everything that a big sister could wish for in a little sister.
Yeah.
And I was always a little bit envious of Sandy. She had a great career. She went traveling every year, off to Europe, off to Greece, live in England for a year, go here, go there, off to Fiji to visit Robin. Do you think I went to Fiji to visit Robin? No. Auntie Sandy got to go. So I was always just a little bit envious of Sandy. But what I didn't realize is I think Sandy was a little bit envious of me too, as a big sister with a really happy family, and I'm really fortunate. I think best family in the world. I have a wonderful husband and children, and Sandy was always there for us, and that was always something that was missing in Sandy's life. And today, Sandy and Mike are celebrating that they found their own happiness, and I'm just so happy for my little sister, and I'm thankful for Mike for making my little sister so happy, and today is all about them and their love and happiness together. And Sandy, I want to thank you everything you've done for me, and I just wish you and Mike every happiness forever and ever.
Are you going to say anything, or is this just up to me? Mike's quieter than I am. So okay. Oh, little shadow. Come on up. Come on up and listen to this. There we go. Well, first of all, we'd like to welcome everybody to the wedding. Of course, a little bit late now, but welcome. And thank you all for coming, because we know all of you have come from some distance to join us today. We appreciate that. I believe that feeling connected to people, to have people that you care about who care about you, is a key factor to our happiness and our health. These connections are what really keep us going all the way through life. And our connection with each of you is a special one. Where did Val go?
I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
Since it's not that big of a group, I've decided I'm going to make brief introductions. We've got the time, and most of you have met each other, but nonetheless, I'll just go around the table. You all know Mike now.
AKA the groom.
Sam, Mike's oldest child. Matt, Mike's son.
Hi, guys.
Megan, Matt's girlfriend. Jill's down there, Mike's sister, and a good friend of mine. We were actually friends before Mike and I started going out. And that was because we commiserated over a very mean Weight Watchers leader. But anyway, we emailed each other, but we couldn't believe her. And then we have Keith, Jill's husband.
Hello.
Yeah, if you want to stand up, that's great. And then Karen, is it David next? I can't see.
David,
Okay, David, Jill and Keith's son, and his wife Karen. We've met many times over at Jill and Keith. On this side we have Peggy, who is the live-in partner of John, Mike's brother. Zora, Mike's mom. Then we have my Aunt Pat and Uncle Paul, who have flown out from Ontario to be with us today. My mom, Dave, my brother, Denise, his wife, Emma and Samantha, their children. Mary, my niece, this is Val and Ralph, my sister and brother-in-law, their children, Nathan and Mary. There's Corrine, Nathan's girlfriend. And then we're into the friends. I have a little explanation about that. We have Robin here and her partner, Colin. Robin has known me since childhood, but she didn't really know me very well back then because she was Val's friend, so I was really just a vague irritation more than a friend. That, again, changed as we all grew up. And Colin has been in her life for several years now, and he's a great guy.
And he likes sailing.
And he likes sailing. Nancy and Jean are also friends of mine from elementary school days, and I have many special memories of my friendships with both of you. A big highlight to me was that I was lucky enough to be present at the birth of both of Nancy's children, which is, as you can imagine, really special.
Because they both came early and my sister never made it.
Nancy's sister was supposed to be there and couldn't make it, so I got the phone call, can you come to the hospital? I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but I'll be there. That was fun.
I was there.
And Nancy was so organized. You want to talk about, I think I did a good job, and Val helped me with organizing the wedding. Nancy was so organized when she had her baby. She had packed a lunch for myself and her.
Well, nothing else to do while you're having the contractions.
She's making lunches, so she has the baby. We all have lunch at the hospital. And then I thought it was all getting too cozy, so I left them all alone. Tim Johnson is a friend of Mike's and mine from Knowledge Network. Tim and I, and his wife Carol's there. Tim and I both started working at the Knowledge Network in 1983, so we're actually childhood friends too, because we were just sort of baby adults.
Thank you.
We were shift partners, spent many, many work days together. So it's a very happy occasion that brings us all together today, and that's the love that Mike and I share and the commitment we've made to each other. Sandy, beep, beep. Karen. I forgot to say it. I've told most of you that Karen and I have been friends since before we were born, because Mom and her mom, who sadly passed away, but they were friends in nurses training, and they were pregnant with us both at the same time. So we've been friends always.
Wow. And you came first, right, Sandy? So
yes.
That would make me my...
I'm the old. I'm 50, 49. Wait till your birthday, I'm going to get you. Okay, sorry about that, Karen. Thank you for the little... I have this image of love, that it is not two people gazing into each other's eyes, but rather two people side by side looking out at the world together. And there's nobody I'd rather be looking out at the world with than Mike.
It's a scary world out there.
Mike's better with you there.
Don't look, then.
Mike has made such a big difference in my life. He's a wonderful partner and a wonderful friend. I read once that our purpose in life, the reason we're here, is to learn, to love, to share, and to appreciate. And Mike helps me do all those things. And for that I'm very grateful. I couldn't be happier that we're going to spend the rest of our lives together.